Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, I got some hoops to watch, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to make this quick. We got some news in the heavyweight division. And like I do sometimes, you know, seeing as though I ain't monetized, don't got that many subscribers, I don't have to be up on it right away. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I just sit back and watch and see what the media is going to do. And so I give it a day time just to see if somebody's going to, you know, say something about it, really. So in the heavyweight division, we got a lot of major players, right? Tyson Fury, I think right now is the one that everyone would say he's the best one, right? Man, 6'9", 270, and he beat Deontay Wilder 2 times, right? So he's got to be, you know, the best one is what most people say. I won't because of certain other things, but most people will say he's the best one. And you can't really, well, I can argue with him, but a lot of people probably won't because, you know, he's got those wins over Wilder. Now, but Tyson Fury is a character, to say the least, to put it mildly. And Tyson Fury said something, you know, a day and a half ago, you know, and I don't see no outrage by it. But Tyson Fury has accused the legend, the living legend, and OLEKSANDR USYK of steroid use. You know, while he was, you know, Tyson Fury on one of his little rants because he talks smack. We got to give it up for that. Tyson Fury is probably one of the best smack talkers in the heavyweight division, if not the best, right? So, you know, he's talking smack to Anthony Joshua, telling him that Anthony Joshua and Usyk are useless dossers. You know, that's his thing, the dosser thing, right? And he called Usyk the little steroid user or whatever. He got a name for it, I forget out, you know, but he called him, you know, he accused him of being on steroids, basically. Now, if that ain't the pot calling the kettle black, then I don't know what is. Damn it, Tyson Fury is a criminal, period. Right, period. And he's been doped twice with 2 different substances. You know, nandrolone and cocaine, which whatever. Cocaine is a recreational drug, but still, you know, when you're about to lead up to a boxing fight, you know, it is a stimulant, so you don't want to have that in your system. Okay, cool. Right? So, you know, he's got caught on both. Then consequently lied and said that it came from castrated boar meat. And he had got it from a farmer named Martin Carefoot, and that turned out to be a lie. Carefoot came and aired the whole situation out because they didn't pay Carefoot his £25,000 for doing so. So we have that, and I'm just going to leave it at that. Tyson Fury has way more transgressions than that, but that's already enough. So for him to be calling someone else a dope user shows the climate we live in and the fact that Tyson Fury is feeling himself. He's similar to Trump in that they can say things and do things so much because there's no repercussions. You understand? Until, you know, something happens like Tyson Fury, you know, get a lifelong ban for some of the stuff he's done, or Trump goes to jail, right? That we all see him in handcuffs because of all of the things that he's done, then something would happen. But if not, then they're going to be running around talking smack like they do because nothing ever happens. And the system seems to not want to do anything about it. And you know, in most of our cases, like half of America wouldn't care what Tyson Fury does, or doesn't care how many crimes Tyson Fury or Trump would do, right? That's the problem with these things. They still running around with no repercussions. Shit, you got Congress members, right? Congress members who helped on January 6th, right? The attack on our government, and they're not going to even help in that investigation. How you gonna tell the Congress that you ain't gonna help on the investigation? You ain't coming when you've been subpoenaed. Then they're supposed to throw them under the damn jail until the investigation's over. And if it take 3 years, then you in jail until we finish, because we think you one of the damn you know, accomplices. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't happening. So that's why when you don't do something about it, if your kid is in the house doing some stuff he ain't supposed to, and nothing ever happens, is he gonna stop? Why the hell would he? You know what I'm saying? So there you have it. So that's what happens. So that's why Tyson Fury just continues to go out. You know, if there's an assault on democracy in America, you think it's just in politics? No, boxing as well. You know, ain't nobody trying to tell the truth. Listen, let me make sure this is clear. When Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder were going back and forth, and Deontay Wilder was showing the gloves and this and that, the glove gate and everything, no American media wanted to write about it. No American media talked about it. Now, this is the heavyweight champion of America, the last heavyweight that medaled at the Olympics, and no one talked about it. Not even the damn tabloids. Now, a tabloid would definitely want, hey, show them gloves, look at these damn gloves. Not even a tabloid would show anything about them gloves. Now, the only thing you've ever seen about gloves, never been on national TV, it's been in the internet somewhere, where they can say, hey, that's conspiracy theories, right? Because if you put it on mainstream media, then now they can't have that tag anymore. So all of this is orchestrated on purpose, and it's just an assault of your democracy. So keep your eyes peeled on it, right? And it goes from the biggest channels to the smallest, like my little, 7 subscriber ass channel. You guys write some comments that agree with something I might be saying. They might not show them. Have you guys noticed that? You probably wrote something before and only I saw what it was because ain't nobody else gonna see it because you agreed with me. You know what I'm saying? There's reasons why stuff like that is popping off. Man, we ain't stupid. Hey, bottom line is this. Fury should not be called the legend. And I'm going to keep saying that. OLEKSANDR USYK is a legend and Fury isn't. Right? Because Usyk has, goes to everyone's house and beats them up. He's been undisputed before in one division, the cruiserweight, and he's trying to do it in the heavyweight division, being smaller than these guys, and he ain't never fought at home, ever. I ain't gonna go through it again because I like to do it. Y'all know I like to tell you where he went to beat all them people to become undisputed cruiserweight, who he beat before that tournament, the WBSS tournament, and who he beat after that tournament. None of it on his home soil, which means he's a legend right now, living legend. Y'all better recognize, right? So Tyson Fury should not be called no living legend, a steroid user, unless of course Usyk is. And then we'll address that when it happens. But as of right now, the only steroid user is Tyson Fury when you're talking Fury and Usyk. So, have you seen any mainstream anything talk about that? Probably not. And there you have it. Doma Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm about to hear y'all.